Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Modesty33 here, aka Chris with a C, back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, you just happen to click on, welcome. I try to put out 1 to 2 videos a week, you guys. I do sit downs, reviews, reactions, vlogs. At some point we're gonna get back to the vlogs. But yeah, if you see anything you like on my channel, make sure before you leave, you guys, you subscribe. So yeah, today you guys, I'm gonna be doing a 1 week later regarding my iPhone 12 Pro Max. So as you may know, Pro Max and the iPhone 12 mini on November 6th. So I did order like right at the 7 a.m. mark, which was Central Standard Time where I am in Houston, Texas. So I did order at that time and I went ahead and decided to get this particular phone, and I got the maximum capacity, which is the 512 gigabytes, because I'm out of capacity on all of my other devices. So I said I at least should have one that has some available capacity and storage. So yes, that was the phone that I decided to order. So I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about what my experience has been with the phone for the past week and why I ordered the phone and what my expectations were with the phone. So that's gonna pretty much filter in or kind of fill in the gaps of why my review is 1 week later, the way it is, and my first impressions of this particular phone. So let's go ahead and get started on that. So I already told you guys I did pre-order November 6th. I ended up picking up the phone on November 13th, a week ago, because today is Saturday, November 21st. So I picked the phone up a week and a day ago at my local Apple store, and I did purchase the phone. I purchased the silicone case, which I absolutely love. This is, it's an Otterbox case. So I've always ever had Otterbox cases. I actually just ordered another case for this phone, which is from a company, Casetify. And so you'll probably be seeing that one when I do get that in the mail. So I've heard a lot of good things about Casetify. So yeah, but I did order this silicone case from Apple because I did want to have a case without any type of delay. And then I also ordered this USB-C charging brick, which as you can see is still in the box. I have not used it. So let me tell you guys as far as like why I ordered the phone and kind of like what my expectations were when I purchased the phone. So, and I have some notes in front of me, so if I'm looking down, that's why I don't want to forget anything and I don't want to ramble. So first thing is, why did I order the phone? So I've shown you guys my prior phone in, you know, some other videos. I was working with, or I had the LG V30. I had that phone for a few years. I originally ordered the LG V20 in 2017 before going to London. And that's the phone I upgraded to at the time. And the phone just been through some trials and tribulations, y'all. Like the phone, part of the screen is missing from multiple drops. Cracks and everything in the screen. It had like a green tint to it before it went out completely. So it went out completely a bit like around 2 weeks ago. And so I was like, I was without a phone for like about a week. So I just knew it was coming to the end of the lifetime of that phone. I had put that on my wish list last year. If you've seen that video, I actually was really wanting to get the iPhone 11 Pro Max, but then with moving and, you know, the expenses that went along with the house, by the time I was able to get my finances kind of like in a stable place after the move and after paying everything off, it was like April of this year, you guys. So at that time, I said, well, I might as well just wait for the 12 Pros or, you know, the 12s to come out, because I knew they usually come out in September, October range. So I said, well, I'm just going to suck it up and I'm going to wait until September, October, go ahead and get the phone and keep it rocking. So that's what I did. So it was always my plan to upgrade this year, but yeah, so I ended up just waiting to get the 12 as opposed to the 11, which was my original plan and which was on my original like wish list. So really I got the 12 instead of actually getting the 11 because I wanted like the top of the line phone, the newest technology, because my actual plan is to have this phone for the next 3 to 4 years before upgrading again. And I think that's about the average time that most Apple users have their phone before they upgrade, as far as what I've, you know, heard about anyway. I mean, that might not be correct, but don't quote me on that. But that's kind of what I was, you know, kind of the consensus of what I was seeing when I was like researching upgrades and all of that. That a lot of people who have Apple phones, typically their phone is good for a good 3 or 4 years before they need to upgrade or desire, you know, an upgrade that's going to be worth the money. So that was the reason I went ahead and got the 12 instead of the 11. And then plus they did the camera upgrades on the 12, which I was really looking forward to, especially vlogging and taking pictures, all of that. So I was really looking forward to the camera updates and upgrades on the front and the back facing camera. I think they did make some upgrades on the front, not many, but I think like the low lighting improved. And I know that the Pro RAW is coming to the Apple, the iPhone 12 Pro Max, I believe anyway, in like the next month or two. So, and that's gonna add more upgrades to the camera. Again, I'm not a tech person, so don't quote me on that. Do the research for yourself. So that was the reason, another reason why I went ahead and got the 12 Pro Max, and then the better battery life. Like my battery life on my phone, it was okay, but like if I start using the phone like 8 o'clock in the morning when I'm, you know, starting work, probably around 11 or noon, I would need to put it on the charger because it would be about to die. Whereas my experience with this particular phone in the past week, yeah, like typically just doing my regular stuff during the day, which might include again like going, you know, checking email. Also, I might watch some YouTube videos on my phone. I don't really actually watch as many videos on my phone as what I used to, especially as the phone started having problems. And then two, I'm having to use my personal laptop more for my second job, my part-time job. So a lot of times I'll kind of like go between my my MacBook, and yeah, I'll go between my MacBook Pro and I'll go between my phone as far as watching videos. So I don't actually watch as many videos on my phone as I used to, but I still do kind of switch between. And then if I'm watching like a Netflix series or something on Amazon Prime, I might watch it on my TV in my living room since I did get it mounted some months ago. So yeah, I have been watching the TV for like TV shows and series and all of that. So I don't watch as much on my phone as I used to. So that factors into the battery life as well. So I want to put that out there, but I do still watch videos on the phone. If I start a series on the television and then I want to, you know, get into the bed, I might, you know, continue watching a particular series on the phone, but I don't do any gaming on my phone. Yeah, I haven't done any filming on the phone yet. So that's the other thing. You know, I'm just kind of thinking about things that suck up battery life. So I don't do any gaming. I haven't recorded any videos. I have taken pictures, but just kind of basic stuff throughout the day. So, you know, and I'll start using my phone, I would say like around 8 a.m. in the morning on a work day. And right when I'm like getting in bed, which is probably around 10:30 in the evening, 11 o'clock, I would say. And I'm not saying going to sleep, but like just getting in the bed and kind of like settling down. So I would say from 8 a.m. all the way through 11:30, we would, you know, let's just go ahead and say midnight. I can still be at 67 to 70% for the whole day, which is absolutely amazing to me. So I actually have an Anchor wireless, like a Qi charger. So that's why I haven't actually even opened this yet to plug it up, because like of the fact that my phone usually at the end of the night is like 70%, I can just put it on the Qi charger. And of course, it'll take maybe an hour or so to charge, but I'm asleep, so I don't know and I don't really care. But by the time I wake up in the morning, the phone is fully charged. So that's the one thing I've noticed as far as the phone is concerned in the past week. The other thing I really wanted was a bigger screen. Again, because I do watch still some videos and television shows and all on the phone. And then even with doing regular stuff on the phone, I have thicker fingers, I have nails. It's kind of harder to navigate all of that on a smaller screen. I was trying to do it on my iPod Touch the past week when my phone went out, and it was just, it was, you know, so difficult to do. So, and then because I do have some visual issues, it's better for me to have a bigger phone where I don't have to strain my eyes. So that's the other thing I was looking for as well. And then I was looking to get back into the Apple ecosystem. All of my other devices are Apple, except for my phone was an Android. So I just felt like it would sync easily with all of my other Apple devices. So that's what I was looking for when I decided to do this upgrade. So let me go ahead and go into the pros, which I've already kind of discussed some of those, and then some of the cons I found as far as this phone is concerned in the past week of using it. So let's start with the pros. So the first one is, like I mentioned before, the battery life is absolutely awesome on this phone. Better than I've experienced, I would say, with any other new phone that I've gotten. So yeah, they definitely made improvements to the battery life on this phone, and I'm told that actually the 11 Pro Max has a bigger battery than the 12 Pro Max. So if you decided you didn't necessarily want the 12 and you were specifically looking for like battery life and improvements, the 11 Pro Max would be a good one to look at as well, because again, the battery is bigger. And like, so if this one gets good battery life, I'm pretty positive that the 11 Pro Max would get even better battery. So definitely look at that if that's like your major goal as far as an upgrade with the phone. The other thing is, I feel like the phone is easy to grip. They did change the design of the phones this year to where instead of like the curved size, they're more square and boxy. I think this goes back to the 5 or 4 model of the iPhone, which I think the 4 was the last one that I had before I switched over to Android. So I don't actually remember, but yeah. I think it's really nice. It's easier to grip. I usually have an issue with dropping my phone. I have not dropped this phone since, purchasing it, which is actually unusual. I usually always drop a phone, especially with it being bigger. You would think that it's harder to grip, but for me, it's actually easier to grip than my prior phone, which was 5.9 inches, and this one is 6.7. So, to me, it's easier to grip. I really like the square sides, and especially with the case on, it also adds, added grip, to prevent it from sliding out of my hand. The other thing, the audio on it is great. This phone, the iPhone 12 Pro Max, actually has the biggest grill on the bottom than the other iPhone 12s. So the audio is really awesome when you're watching videos or watching movies or television shows, whatever. It's definitely a noticeable difference. The other thing, I feel like my pictures are very clear and detailed. I mean, I guess it's not saying a lot for my LG V30, but, or even my iPod Touch that I'm filming on right now. But yeah, the pictures definitely have more concise detail to them. So that's something I really like and enjoy as well about the phone. Definitely, I can tell the actual upgrades as far as the camera is concerned. Now, again, I have not done any videos on this phone yet, but when I do, I'll be certain to let you guys know, or you'll be able to probably see the quality for yourself and determine if it's better. Some of it, again, I'm not a tech person, so it might be some user error in there and other settings that I could try to make the video, and everything better. But overall, I've been impressed with it, and I'm pretty certain I'll be impressed with the actual videos when I do start recording on this phone as well. The last thing, I really like the fact that the phone is bigger because I don't have to strain as far as, pressing buttons, like I mentioned before, as well as looking at different items on the phone. It's just really big. It's a good screen size to me to do whatever, whatever you're doing on the phone. If you're me, I do a lot of bill paying and stuff like that. If you do it on your laptop, that's not going to be a concern on the phone. But for me, if I'm out and about and something I recall to my mind, it needs to be paid, I want to go ahead and get out the way, or I need to look up something, it's easier to do it with a bigger screen, in my opinion. So yeah, those are all the pros that I found as far as the phone is concerned. Let me go into the cons, which for me, there are only 2 cons that are actually noticeable as far as the phone is concerned for me. The biggest one, you guys, the picture-in-picture option on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. And I think it's all the iPhones in general. But on my Android, if you don't know what picture-in-picture is, it's essentially, it was a feature I use pretty much every day when I was on YouTube and say I want to check my email. What I could do is I could get out of the YouTube app and still be watching a video. Like if I'm watching a video, like I'm watching a reaction video, which probably are my favorite videos to watch on YouTube, reactions of some sort. I could be watching my video and I'm like, oh, let me go check my email. Oh, let me go see, when my package is going to get here. I could go ahead and come out of the actual YouTube app and the picture is still somewhere here where you can see it. And then I can also be in my email and looking up whatever, or I can go to my bank account, yada, yada. Essentially, it allows you to multitask. There is not that option as far as YouTube is concerned with the iOS 14, apparently. I don't know why that is, because I could do that on my LG Android, V30, which is pretty much an older phone. But other people have talked about it too. I think there's a way to get around it, but I have to look more into that. But that's probably the most annoying thing like that I've noticed, and that's kind of like the biggest con for me of the phone and of the software, that it does not allow you to actually, for me to actually do the picture in picture the way I was doing it. So that's the biggest con for me. I hope maybe at some point in the next year or so they'll upgrade, or they'll do a software update to where you're able to do that. I don't know if the problem is on Apple's end or if it's on YouTube's end, but hopefully they can reconcile, and I can see my picture in picture and look at my email as well. So that's the biggest con for me. The other one, which I don't know if it's something with Google Mail, because I do have like a Gmail account, or if it's with the phone, it seems like it takes a little bit longer to update or refresh as far as my Gmail is concerned than it would with some of my other devices. So that's another thing that I've noticed as well. Lately it's been a little quicker. That might be the internet or something. So that might not actually be a con of the phone, but that's another thing that I have noticed. So overall, I'm actually very satisfied with the phone. It has been very easy to use, as I thought it would. So overall, the phone has met my expectations. And it's actually exceeded my expectations, especially as it related to the battery life. So I'm very impressed as far as that's concerned. Again, I have not dropped the phone since having it. Now, it could just be me being more conscientious since it is a new phone. I paid a lot of money for it, as well as for the Apple Care that went along with it. So that could just be me, but I had like a really serial issue with dropping phones, and I have not dropped this phone in the past week. So I really feel like even though it is a bigger phone, like the flat size really do contribute to that as far as being able to grip the phone. I mean, I guess another con I would come up with is like, probably holding this phone for a long period of time would be uncomfortable as far as like watching videos or a movie. But for me, that just kind of encourages me to put my phone down. So yeah, it's not something that you're going to be holding in your hand for a long period of time. It probably would be uncomfortable. But other than that, to me, just to hold it like this, it's not uncomfortable at all. It does have a little bit of weight to it and sturdiness, but that doesn't at all bother me. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it as far as, my 1 week later and my first impressions of the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. If you have any questions, make sure you comment below. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you might have about this phone. Again, I'm not a tech person, so I always, advise you to consult with Apple or, your carrier, whomever, as far as getting like clarity as far as technical issues. These are just kind of my first impressions of having the phone for 1 week now, and what I like and what I don't like. So anyway, comment below if you do have any questions. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you did like it and you did enjoy it. Also, make sure you do share this video with anyone else who's looking for kind of like some updates instead of unboxings. Like, I've seen a million unboxings on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. The videos I've really enjoyed lately, though, are like the setup videos and kind of like, first 14 things to do and features of the phone, because that's really helpful for me, coming back into the Apple ecosystem and learning the different things I can actually do with the phone. So, some of these videos, again, other than unboxings, might actually be helpful as far as using the phone after you unbox it. So, yeah, make sure you share this video with other people who might enjoy this type of video. Also, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, you guys. You do that by hitting the red button below, and you hit the bell next to it so you're notified when I do upload future videos. Again, it's completely free of charge. Really appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe, please watch, please share, please like, and I will see you guys in my very next video. Bye, guys.